Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I'm going to attempt to do some kind of reading vlog because I definitely feel like I'm getting my vlogging reading mojo back, and yeah, so it is currently Sunday and the date is the 17th of August and it's only 2 days until my birthday, so I thought that would be fun to vlog around my birthday. I'm going to be 31 on Wednesday, which is crazy, but I am in the middle of doing some reading sprints on YouTube, and we've got a few people in the comments on sprints, which is lovely. There's only about 6 people, so it's just going to be really chilled, but I was definitely in a bit of a reading mood, and I gave the guys in the comments 3 different options of books that I really wanted to read. So I picked out fairly new releases that I've got, and they all were subscription box books because I've got quite a few subscription box books currently. So I gave them the option of A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena, which I was really in the mood for. I also gave them The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig, which is actually my own book club pick for the month of August, which I do still really want to get to, so if I can get to it this week, I will do. And then I also gave them the option of and The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, I think is the title. It's quite a long title, because I was in the mood for that one too, because I got that fairly recently from Illumicrate. So they helped me pick, and the one that I was really in the mood for, they picked it for me, A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena, and this is the Fairy Loot edition that I got on Vinted, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I've taken the dust jack off because I've started reading it, but this is what the sprayed edges look like. Look at those. They are absolutely stunning and green on the top, and I will do a better close-up of the end papers and all that kind of stuff, because I can't really hold a book and do that with one hand while I'm holding my mic. So we have our main character, who is called Velassi, and she was a court dancer. She was a dancer, and she's basically been thrown away into prison for a murder that she hasn't committed by the king. And the part where I've got up to is she has been called to go in front of the king, and he is, I think, going to ask her to basically play spy for him and go back to do her court dancing role within the royal court, and basically be a spy and get information back to him. I think that's what it's going to be. And she, I think, wants to get revenge on the king for putting her in prison for a murder that she didn't commit. And I think there might be a forbidden romance potentially with the king's brother. That's kind of the gist that I got from the synopsis, and I have just started it, and I have got to page 26, so it's flying by fairly quickly. And when I show you the end papers, they definitely give me the vibes of, like, you know, the old school, like, Barbie movies, like, you know, like the Rapunzel Barbie, or the one where she's a fairy, or the Swan Lake one. It kind of gives me that vibe from the end papers. They're absolutely gorgeous, but I'll do a better close-up of the end papers and the dust jacket and all that kind of stuff. So I currently have about 20 minutes left on the sprint, so I don't know how long I'm going to go for, maybe a couple of hours. I'll see how I feel, but we are in the middle of a heat wave at the moment. It is so hot today, so I've got the fan on pretty much full blast, and I've got my window open, and I'm in a pair of shorts, so I'm just desperate for cozy winter weather, autumn weather right now. But yeah, I will come back in and check in with you all when I'm a bit further into this and let you know what my initial thoughts are. But so far, I like the writing style. It's very fast paced to get through, so that's kind of just where I got to. She's just been called to go in front of the king, essentially, so I think she's going to be his spy, I think. So we'll wait and see where that goes. But yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it, so I will come back in and check in with you all when I've got a bit more of an update for you. lovelies, it is a lot later now. I wrapped up my sprints with on YouTube about just after 4ish. So I did get quite a lot read, which was really good. It's just after 8 p.m. and I am just sitting down in my comfies and I've wrapped up in my blanket, and it's not as hot now, it's a lot cooler, so I kind of felt just like wrapping myself in my blanket, and I have made quite a good dent into A Dance of Lies, and I have got to part 2, which is at page 153, and I'm having a good time with it. It's really, really good. We've met the main love interest, Anton, and I think there's definitely some kind of spark there, I feel, with our main character and the other male main MC, I think. So I'm intrigued to see where this is going to go. So I am at work tomorrow. I'm just in the office on Monday, and then I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday for my birthday, so a lot of reading will be done. But I'm actually, excitingly, going to be joining an online webinar for Briar Berlin with Waterstones for the release of On Wings of Blood, I think it's called, which is happening as a webinar at 7 p.m. my time. So yeah, that should be really exciting. I've actually got it on my Kindle, but you could get the ticket and you could get the book with the ticket, so I will get a copy of that eventually. But it was an indie book, but it's now been picked up by a publisher, so it's getting re-released. So I quite fancied joining this like online kind of Zoom event with Waterstones, so that should be really, really fun. And I've also signed up for there's one for Metal Slinger. I can't remember the name of the author, but that's going to be, I think, the 4th of September or like the start of September. So I've joined that as well, and I did the same again with getting the book with the ticket. So that should be really fun. And that's, both of them are like romance new releases, so that should be really, really fun. I've never really joined like an event like that, which it'll be really fun. But I did for an online webinar for Bury Our Bones, and no, not Bury Our Bones, the T.G. Clune ones, something about bones. I can't remember what it was called, and that's really annoying because I gave it 5 stars as well. But yeah, the TJ Clune event one was really, really fun. But yeah, I'm really excited to join that. So it's just going to be really chilled this week, and also my birthday on Wednesday, which I'm really excited about. So I don't know how much reading will be done this week, but I do want to at least finish off A Dance of Lies, but I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know how far into it I am. Let me update my story graph with you guys. I've just got a bit of booktube on in the background, just a vlog that I've previously watched, but just kind of just for background noise. So it was 153 pages, 35% in, so that's pretty good for starting it off for today. So yeah, I will probably check in with you tomorrow, and I'll let you know how the Briar Berlin online webinar was, and if I'm making any more progress in Dance of Lies. I might take my Kindle in with me for work, but I don't know what to pick up. I don't know really what I'm in the mood for, but if I do read anything else, I'll let you know. But yeah, I thought I would come in and check in with you all, and I will check in with you when I've got another update for you. Hello my loves, it is currently Wednesday, the 20th of August, and it is my 31st birthday. I've had a really nice day. It's just gone 5 o'clock. I've actually just been out for tea with my mum and my sister, and I've just had a really nice chill day. I do have some reading updates for you actually. I did manage to finish A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena, and I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I'm definitely intrigued to pick up the sequel if there is going to be a sequel. And yesterday on my last minute sprints that I hosted, I wanted to change up my genre a little bit and do a fluffy contemporary romance. So I ended up picking up Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars in the end. It was kind of a second chance romance about Fern and Will, who meet when they're younger, and they make a pact that every year they meet on the same day, and Fern shows up but Will doesn't, and then we meet them a few years later, and they're all grown up because they met when they were teenagers, and Fern is working in her late mother's lakeside hotel that's kind of a bit run down, and Will ends up showing up, and it all kind of goes from there. But I really enjoyed it. It was really cute and wholesome, and so I do actually have a little bit of a book haul for you, because some lovely people gifted me some books for my birthday, which is so sweet, and people never ever need to gift me anything at all. So yeah, I thought I would show you what I got and show off the books that I got from such lovely people. And yeah, without further ado, I will show you my quick little book haul. Okay, so first off, from my lovely bookish friend Stephanie, she gifted me a book that she wants to actually buddy read. So her lovely gift note said, "Happy birthday, my love. Hope you have an amazing day. You absolutely deserve it. If you fancy a buddy read of this, let me know," from Stephanie. So thank you so much, Stephanie. I really appreciate it. But she gifted me The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. I've not really delved into much T. Kingfisher, but she has been on my radar for a while, and this is more of a horror. I think it's more of a gothic kind of horror, I think. And the synopsis for this one sounded really intriguing. So it says here, Cara finds the words in the mysterious bunker that she's discovered behind a hole in the wall of her uncle's house. Fresh from divorce and living back at home, Cara now becomes obsessed with these cryptic words and starts exploring this peculiar area, only to discover that holes portals to countless alternate realities. But these places are haunted by creatures that seem to hear thoughts, and the more one fears them, the stronger they become. With her distinctive, deliciously fresh and subversive prose, and the strange sinister wonder of the found in Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, The Hollow Places is a compelling and white knuckles horror novel that you won't be able to put down. So it does sound really good, and I love this cover as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very pretty. So thank you so much, Stephanie, my love, for gifting that one to me. And yes, we will definitely organise a buddy read of it. Maybe in September, kind of more towards spooky season, and things like that would be perfect for September, October, potentially for a readathon that I am going to be hosting. So I definitely would love to buddy read this for you for sure. Then next up, from my lovely friend Amanda, you all know Amanda here on BookTube, she gifted me a actual copy of They Never Learn by Ling Fargo. I have read this on my Kindle and I absolutely loved it. So I did want to own a physical copy. So I definitely want to do a reread of this one. This was really good. It's about a female English professor who's also a serial killer, and we're following a girl who's trying to survive her freshman year at college, and her roommate ends up getting assaulted at a party, and our main character Scarlett, who is the English professor, she is a serial killer, and her targets are mainly men that have done awful things to women. So she's kind of a serial killer vigilante kind of character, and it was really good. There was a lot of twists and turns and things, so I definitely want to do a reread of this one. I gave it 4.5 stars when I read it, but probably on a reread I would bump up to 5 because I really enjoyed it, and now I've got a physical copy to put on my shelf. So thank you so much, Amanda and my love, for gifting me that. Then from the lovely Vonnie, she gifted me a nice contemporary romance, which is Not Safe for Work by Nisha J. Tooley. I've never tried a Nisha J. Tooley before, and this one is, I'm assuming it's quite a spicy romance from the cover. It looks quite spicy. engineer Trishara Malik once dreamed of being the first woman of colour to smash the glass ceiling at WMC Purcell, but after years of dealing with white male privilege and blatant nepotism, she watches her hard-earned promotion go to her nemesis Rafe Gallagher, the boss's son. So enemies to lovers in here. Teetering on the edge of burnout, Trisha is stunned when she's picked to attend WMC's corporate leadership retreat in Hawaii. It's a chance to revive her stalled career and compete for a coveted spot in an executive training programme plus 3 weeks in paradise. The only downside, Rafe is also her co-attendee, so it's like enemies to lovers while on holiday. Trish plans to avoid Rafe entirely, but when she arrives in Maui, a booking error has them stuck sharing the honeymoon suite. Sure, it's not all torture. Rafe is as small as 10, okay fine, and 11. But after years of competition, they can barely stand being in the same time zone. As they vie against each other during aptitude tests and team building exercises, Trish begins to realise Rafe might not be the villain after all. With her dreams at stake, can she learn to trust a man who might be standing in her corner all along? So it sounds really good and up my street. Enemies to lovers on a holiday resort somewhere, and yeah, it just sounds really good. The company newsletter is about to get spicy. So yeah, thank you so much, Bonnie, for gifting me this one. I can't wait to get to this one. I'm going on a holiday next year, so maybe I could take this one with me on a holiday. That would be really, really good. So yeah, I might maybe take this one with me. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for gifting me this one. Okay, and then next up, I actually have a completed series, which is absolutely amazing. So my lovely friend Harriet gifted me a copy of Done and Dusted by Lila Sage, which I have already read, but I wanted to have physical copies of them. This is a cowboy romance series with ADHD representation. Our main female character's got ADHD, which is amazing to see. Because I think the author Lila Sage also deals with ADHD. This is, she's gone off limits, but he's never been good at following the rules. And I think, if I remember correctly, this one was brother's best friend, I think, or best friend's sister. Best friend's sister. So we're following Emmy and Luke, and it's cowboy romance, and it's a really, really good time. So thank you so much, Harriet, for gifting me those ones. And the lovely Lorraine gifted me the entire rest of the Rebel Blue Ranch series. So thank you so much, Lorraine. You really didn't have to do this. So I have read Swift and Saddled, which is book 2. This is Enemies. I can't remember if this is Enemies. No, I think the third one's Enemies to Lovers. This one is about Ada and Weston, and I think she's an interior designer and she ends up having to move in with Weston, if I remember correctly. And maybe it's a little bit of Enemies to Lovers, I can't remember, but I'm definitely going to do a reread of the series. And then I've got book 3, which is Lost and Lassie. This one is definitely Enemies to Lovers. We're following Teddy and Gus in this one, and this one was definitely my favourite. This one I gave 5 stars, so I can't wait to do a reread of this one. And the only one that I haven't read is the final one, which is Wild and Wrangled, and we're following Camille and Dusty, I think. And yeah, this one is Second Chance Romance. So thank you so much to Lorraine and Harriet for gifting me all of the Rebel Blue Ranch series. So I thought I would do a little book haul for you guys. So thanks for tonight. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to put some booktube on. Steph has uploaded a new vlog, and I think Gavin's uploaded a new vlog as well. So I'm just going to sit tonight and maybe pick up something. I was tempted to start the Irresistible Urge of Falling for Your Enemy, which I might do, maybe get a wee head start on it, because I finished Meet Me at the Lake and Dance with Lies, so I might maybe start Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, something a little bit fun. But yeah, and then back at work tomorrow in the office, unfortunately. But yeah, it's been a really, really nice day and just really chilled, and I can't believe I'm 31. But yes, but thank you to everybody that has gifted me a book or has sent me a happy birthday message. And I went and got my nails done, and I went for an ice cream kind of design. So it's like a melted ice cream cone with sprinkles on it. I don't know if you can see that. Camera's not picking it up well, sorry. Don't focus on me, focus on my hand. There we go, that's it. And a rose gold pinky. And yeah, it's just really, really cute. And I got sprinkles on that one. But yeah, so I will come back in and check in with you all if I do have a reading update for you, but I probably won't check in with you probably till tomorrow when I'm back from work. But yeah, I thought I would just come on and show you all the books that I got. I even went into Waterstones after I got my nails done, and I didn't buy anything. I was being very good. But I'm very, very tempted to get the hardback for Dungeon Crawler Cal, because I keep seeing it in Waterstones, and I'm just like, do I buy it or not? But yeah, I'm very, very tempted, because I've downloaded it on my KU, but the hardbacks look really, really cool. So maybe I do, because I have got £40 to spend on Waterstones on my app actually, so maybe I do. Maybe? I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Anyway, I will check in with you when I've got another update for you.
Fantasy, like Legends and Lattes, is described as high fantasy, low stakes. This, I would say, is high fantasy, mid stakes. The stakes are a lot higher in this series, I would say, than in Legends and Lattes, but it's got the Legends and Lattes vibes of it. There's dragons in this as well, so would highly recommend it if you're a fan of dragons. Tea, cozy fantasy, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I would like to get this one read soon. But I've actually made the decision to pick up Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I was thinking about this on Monday and then decided to put it back because it starts on Halloween, and I was like, oh, I'll just read it in October. I start getting into my Halloween autumnal reads now, which I have already started, The Witch's Guide to Magical Keeping. Then I will hopefully get 2 more of them throughout the season, and then I can start Christmas early. Success. So, I think I'm going to give this one a go. This is the Waterstones Sprayed Edge edition. And yeah, I've heard good things so far. I've actually heard nothing but good things. In 7 days, Jet Mason will be dead. Jet is 27 years old, having never left Woodstock, Vermont. She's still waiting for her life to begin. I'll do it later, she always says. She has time. Until on the night of Halloween, Jet is violently attacked by an unseen intruder. She suffers a catastrophic brain injury. The doctor is certain that within a week she'll be killed by a severe aneurysm. Jet never thought of herself as having enemies, but now she looks at everyone in a new light. Her family, her ex-best friend, turned sister-in-law, her former boyfriend. She has just 7 days, and as her condition deteriorates, she has only her childhood friend Billy for help. But nevertheless, she's actually determined to find something. Jet is going to solve her own murder. I don't know if she's like in a coma or something, she's having an out-of-body experience, or if she's actually up and about walking. It's just that there's a chance she's going to have an aneurysm in the next week. But yeah, I'm intrigued, so I'm going to give this one a go. That was such a long update and completely unnecessary. And where did that sun come from, and was that needed? So rude. I will say, I'm not looking forward to the heat again today. Can it be autumn already? I want it to be like 10 degrees soon, so I can put a sweater on. It's cold, man. Anyway, I'm going to go. I will need to redo this at some point because this is the plot that I slept in. I just couldn't bother to redo it already this morning. So I'm going to try and read just for a couple of hours and before...
Hello my loves, it is currently Thursday. I have just got home from work and I actually do have some reading updates for you. I did start The Editor Splitter's Fluff Your Enemy last night, 42 pages in, and I'm gonna DNF. I just can't handle the writing style. I don't like it. It's trying to come across as very scientific with the fantastical words and stuff, and it's just taking me out of the story. I've given it a good try, and I'm devastated because the edition that I got is absolutely stunning, but I'm going to have to unhaul it, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But I gave it a good go, and I'm sure that there are other people that will enjoy that book, but for me, I just don't gel with the writing style. But I actually do have another little bit of a book haul left over from my birthday. Some parcels that came in today, and one of them I did know I was getting. I actually forgot that I didn't realise it was going to be coming today, but because I signed up for the Briar Berlin online virtual event with the book, the actual book came in, so I got my copy of On Wings of Blood by Briar Berlin, and it is the Sprayed Edge Waterstones exclusive edition, which is very cool with the dragon scales. I love it. And the end papers to match the sprayed edges, and some foiling on the naked hardback, which is very cool. Welcome to Bloodwing Academy. So this is basically for fans of, if you love Fourth Wing, it's got like Fourth Wing but with vampires essentially. So I'm really excited. It was indie published and now it's just been picked up by a publisher, by HQ. So yeah, thank you to Waterstones for sending me a copy of this with the Briar Berlin event, which is very cool. And I also came home to 2 Amazon parcels, and I think I know who they are from, and I think these people have been very naughty. So let's see who this is from. To my book Bessie, I hope you had the best birthday ever and were spoilt rotten just like you deserve. From Kim. Aw, lovely Kim from Uncommon Kim. And there's 2 notes in here. This one is mind-boggling. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Perfect timing for spooky season. From Kim. Oh, interesting. Oh, she didn't. Like, she did. No. Yes, Kim, thank you so much. Iron and Embers by Helen Scheurer, which is the first book of the Ashes of Thesmar series. I've just started the Legends of Thesmar series, so I won't be able to read this yet until I complete the Legends of Thesmar, but I can just go straight into Iron and Ember. Oh, look at, oh my god, look. That, oh, thank you so much, Kim. I love you so much. This is, I'm actually not too keen on the Fable edition that they did for the Romance box. I mean, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, it's pretty, but I do prefer this standard hardcover. I've made no secret of what I want, you, it's always been you. So I think we're following in this Ren and Torge, who are characters in the Legends of Thesmar series. So I've been told from Steph that their romance starts in the Legends of Thesmar series, so I'm better to read that series first before I go into this one. But thank you so much, Kim. And the other one, which I can see, oh my goodness, I'll be able to do a reread. We Used to Live Here by Marcus Klewa. Thank you so much, Kim. This book is mind-boggling. It's very bizarre. It's about a couple that buy this house, and this family turn up and say that the dad used to live in this house, and can they have a tour around the house, and then a lot of weird stuff starts happening. So thank you so much, Kim, because I only gave it 3.5 stars when I read it the first time, but I only read it on my Kindle, so I think I wanted to do a reread of it physically and see if I have a better experience with it, because I think there's a bit of mixed media in this one, so I think reading it physically might maybe be a much better experience. But thank you so much, Kim. I can't believe you gifted me Iron and Embers. I'm so excited right now. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, my love. And the other parcel, apologies for all the mess behind me. This feels like there's 2 books in here. And I'll try to show my address. And I think I know who this is from. Oh, I've seen one of the books. And I'm very excited. Oh, enjoy your gift from Lindsay. Happiest of birthdays, my love. Hope you had the best day. I loved both of these from Lindsay. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Because I actually gifted Lindsay my copies of the Boys of Tormencies, because I pre-ordered the new editions that have just come out. I've been wanting to read this for so long. Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. And look at this cover. It's so pretty. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. This is absolutely stunning. End papers. And is there anything on the dust jacket? Oh, there is, yes, look. It's so pretty. Oh, thank you so much, Lindsay. I'm so happy right now. I've been really desperate to read this. And it's kind of like Invisible Life of Azzy LaRue, but they have to keep killing each other in different timelines, and they can't fall in love with each other because I think that they have to kill each other in the timeline. So I'm very excited for this one. And let's see what the other one is. Oh, it feels like another hardback. Oh, nice! Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I actually was in Waterstones the other day and I was very, very tempted to buy this, so I don't need to buy myself a copy. So thank you so much, Lindsay, my love. You really didn't need to do this, but honestly, thank you, Lindsay and Kim, for gifting me the most amazing books. Like, I'm so happy right now. And they all look so good together. Like, oh, let me try and hold them up in one go, if I can. Like, they're so big. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Thank you so much. So, I actually decided to pick up Cowboy Romance for a little change, and I forgot I had already read this book, but I have totally forgotten what happens in here. So I decided to pick up Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is actually her debut book for the Gold Dust Ranch series, which is her first series. That's the only series of hers that I haven't fully completed yet, and I got the Lilac Library editions recently, so I wanted to read these, and they're absolutely stunning with the sprayed edges and the end papers. Very, very cute. And in this we're following Billy and Vaughn, and Vaughn is a horse trainer, if I remember correctly, and Billy ends up coming to work on his ranch, and it's enemies to lovers, and sparks kind of fly between them, and I'm currently at page 76, so I'm not too far in, but it's going well, and I'm having a better time with this because I know I love Elsie's writing style and the kind of the characters and small town romance kind of vibes. So yeah, I'm so thrilled with those books that were gifted to me, and I'm desperate to get to this really, really soon because I've heard obviously really good things about it, and I watched the event and it does sound really, really good. So this could definitely be an option for me to pick up next. But yeah, I will come back in with an update for you when I've made a bit more progress in Off to the Races. It's just going to be really chilled night, and yeah, oh honestly, I'm so happy right now. I've got the loveliest book friends, and I know Barb is sending me something as well, so I'll probably end up getting that tomorrow, potentially. So more books that I don't need. But nice, really lovely having such amazing bookish friends in my life. So thank you again, Lindsay and Kim, for the amazing books, and I'm just so happy. Hello, my lovelies. It is currently Saturday, and it is 9 p.m. just gone 9 p.m. and this is the first time checking in with you. I didn't vlog at all yesterday just because I was really tired, but I do have a reading update for you. I did finish Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. It was a 4-star. It was good. It's not my favourite Elsie Silver, but you can definitely tell it was her debut, and she's definitely got a lot better since then. But it was a fun time. Billy and Vaughn were quite cute, and I liked the fact it was to do with the horse race and stuff. I'm not really into horse racing, but the whole thing with all the horse racing stuff, it didn't feature too heavily in it, but the stuff that was in it about the horse racing was quite interesting. But yeah, I had a good time. So it's actually, I have actually just gotten a brand new bookcase. I'll show it to you probably tomorrow in the daytime because it'll look better in the daytime, but I've pretty much filled it up and it looks so good, and you can probably just see a little slither of it if I turn the camera around, and you can see, look, it's there in all its glory. It's very, very pretty. But I will properly show you probably tomorrow in the daylight. So, I'm currently watching, it is Steph's 24-hour readathon, F1 readathon just now, and she's currently sprinting right now. As you can see on the TV, there we go. There is Steph, and all lovely, lovely Steph. And I am in my cozy mode right now. I've got 2 candles going at the moment, and I've just got my laptop on, and we've had oh god, that's very, very zoomed in. There we go. And Domino's was ordered. I've still got a little bit of pizza left, so I'm going to have a little bit later. And yeah, it's just been really chilled and cozy. It's my first time putting on my hoodie this year because I was actually quite cold. So I've just been chilling, and I have just picked up The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig, and I'm currently on page 160. It's one of those hardbacks that lies flat, and it's very, very satisfying to hold. Oh, I wish more UK hardbacks were like this, seriously. But it's interesting. So we're following this group of friends, and so we're in present day, and then we go back to 1988 when these kids are teenagers. And basically, Nick reaches out to them. One of the guys in the friend group reaches out to them saying that he's been diagnosed with cancer, and he wants to kind of reconnect. The friends have all kind of went their separate ways as they've gotten older, I'm assuming because of events that have happened in this. And Nick reaches out to them to let them know that he's got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he wants to reconnect with them, basically. And they end up going back to the same woods that they hung out at when they were kids and stuff. And basically this random staircase just appears in the woods, and that's kind of what the initial event that happened in 1988. So we go back to 1988 when the kids were teenagers, and they were all like having a party and drinking and taking drugs. Drugs are involved as well. And this random staircase just appears in the woods, and one of the girls, Laurie, I can't remember if it's Lauren or Laurie, she went up the staircase to the very top, and she just disappeared, just totally disappeared. And I think what has happened is when you get to the top of this, something happens, and they've gone into another dimension, into this weird kind of house, I think. And that's kind of where I'm at the moment. So it's interesting, and the chapters are very, very short, so it's going by fairly quickly. So I want to at least get to the halfway point tonight and hopefully finish it tomorrow. And I'm undecided what to pick up next. I'm either intrigued to pick up On Wings of Blood by Briar Berlin, or possibly Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry, which is a chunker dunker. But I was going to be budgeting that with Brittany, but she was going to let me know when it's gotten picked for something on her channel, so I don't know when that will be. So maybe I could maybe give that a start. I don't know, because I'm like, I've just obviously the new books I got for my birthday. I don't want to just dive straight into them. I want to save them for maybe September, autumn time. So yeah, I'm not too sure what to pick up next. If I just continue on with the next book in the Golds or Strands series, which is a photo finish, potentially. I don't know, I'm not too sure, but I will maybe come up with something once I finish Staircase in the Woods and see what I decide to pick up. But yeah, I thought I would come in and give you just a little bit of an update. So it's just after 9 PM, and I probably won't update you until tomorrow. So if I do have any more reading updates, I'll come back on and let you know. But we've got about 25 minutes left of this sprint, and yeah, so I thought I would just come on, give you a little update, and I'll probably show you my new bookcase tomorrow and what it looks like and what's on it and stuff. But yeah, I will come back in and check in with you all when I've got another update for you.
But yeah, I may have to put Empire of the Damned on the background for the time, which is fine. I woke up at 7 AM after falling asleep at 2 AM, went for a walk to Asda, got home, showered, washed and dried my hair, so I'm ready to read. It is stunning. It is the Waterstones edition. I'm obsessed with these end papers. They're so pretty. Stunning. I haven't seen a single piece of fan art yet for these people either. And I'm intrigued to see what versions there have been, but I also don't know if I want to. Most of the time I fall in love with fan art, but on the odd occasion I see someone and I'm like, that's not what I pictured.
Hello lovelies, it is currently Sunday. Steph has just kicked off her Sunday sprints for her F1 readathon, so I've just got those on at the moment. There we go, and let me zoom in for you guys. There's Steph. So we've just started on our first sprint, and let me turn you around. Well, getting all fancy and used to this now. So I did get to halfway last night through the Staircase in the Woods, and I'm currently on page 281, so I've not got too much left to go, and I am enjoying it. It's good. We're in, like, when they've got to the top of the stairs, like the friend group are in this like really weird, creepy house that's got lots and lots of different rooms in it, and there's a lot of like messed up, creepy stuff that's in there, and the chapters are very, very short, so it's flying by fairly quickly. And I'm debating on what to pick up next. So I was thinking something shorty torty like A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver, just because I read Off to the Races the other day. And this one we're following Violet Eaton, who we have heard about a few times in the Chester Spring series, because she is the sister of the Eaton brothers. So like Rhett and Cade and Bo, that's Violet is their sister. So this is her book. So I've never actually read the synopsis for this one. So it says, I met Violet Eaton online. What happened between us in our chats was meant to stay anonymous and in the past until it didn't. It's a small world, but Ruby Creek is even smaller. When I moved to the tiny town, the grumpy facade created slips when Violet and I are forced to live under the same roof, so forced proximity. Every time her eyes flare with heat, the ice I've encased myself in melts. She has me wanting things I can't want, things I don't deserve. But my invisible wounds have the power to ruin us both. As a former soldier, I should have the discipline to walk away. But the more I open up to Violet, the more I want to keep her. I came back from the war a different man, but my scars are older and deeper than anyone knows, and I plan to keep it that way. I plan to keep my secrets hidden until her. So, yeah, it does sound pretty good. So, because he's an army vet, I'm assuming we might get mental health threat, PTSD in here potentially. So yeah, I'm interested to see Violet's story, because we've heard about her a lot in the Chestnut Spring series. She's mentioned quite a lot in the Chestnut Spring series, but we never got her book. So this is Violet's story. So it's interesting how she wrote Violet's story first before Chestnut Spring. So I don't know if that was a plan for her to write the Chestnut Spring series, like with the Eaton family. So I'm assuming she must have known from then, which is pretty cool. But because Steph is currently reading this and having a very good time with it, I am very, very tempted to start The Behemoth, The Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I have seen a lot of good reviews for this, kind of mixed reviews, but so far Steph is absolutely loving it. She's halfway through it already, because she started it yesterday and she's already halfway through it. So I'm very, very tempted. I have read from Devney Perry before. I've read the first two books in the Indigo Ridge series, which was... yeah, the first book was Indigo Ridge and Juniper Hill I've read, but I didn't continue on the series because I didn't hear the best of things about the rest of the series. But this is Devney Perry's romance debut, I want to say. Yeah, I don't think she's ever delved into like fantasy or romance before. So this one is about a girl who... I've got the book down here. If you were not terrified, you're doing it wrong. The gods sent monsters to the five kingdoms to remind mortals they must kneel. I've spent my life kneeling to their will and to my father's. As a princess, my only duty is to wear the crown and obey the king. I was never meant to rule, never meant to fight, and I was never supposed to be the daughter who sealed an ancient treaty with her own blood. But that changed that fateful day I stepped into my father's throne room, the day a legendary monster hunter sailed to our shores, the day a prince ruined my life. Now I'm crossing treacherous lands beside a warrior who despises me as much as I despise him, bound to a future I didn't choose, and a husband I barely know. Everyone wants me to be something I'm not, a queen, a spy, a sacrifice. But what if I refuse the role chosen for me? What if I make my own rules? What if there's power in being underestimated? And what if for the first time I reached for it? So it does sound really up my street, but it is a chunker dunker. And I was meant to be buddy reading this with Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, but she is potentially getting it picked for something that she's doing on her channel, so she hasn't had it picked out yet. So I don't know when we would be starting the buddy read, and I do really, really want to read it. So I might just message her and say, like, if you still want to kind of buddy read it, when you do start it, we can chat about our thoughts and stuff like that. So I might maybe do that, because I'm really, really tempted to start this. And it is a chunker dunker, so it would be good to get this off of my TBR. It wasn't on my TBR initially, but ever since it came in, it's like, I'm very, very tempted. It's over 600 pages. Like, a romance does not need to be this long, personally. It's 631 35 pages. So it's an absolute chunk of bunker. So I could have maybe 2 books on the go. I could have a photo finisher in work, so I can take that into work with me, and just have Shield of Sparrows for reading at home at night time, potentially. But I do want to get The Staircase in the Woods finished off today. So I've only got, what page am I on currently? Where's my bookmark? 281. So I think I've got about, how many pages is this? I think I've just got about maybe 80 pages left, and the chapters are very, very short, so I definitely could get this done today. So, and Steph is going to be going for a few hours, sprints pretty much, so pretty much all day sprints, and she's doing Magic Monday sprints tomorrow, but I will be in work, so I'll have to kind of sneak watch a little bit. But yeah, I think that's my plan. I might maybe start a photo finish maybe today, or just start it tomorrow, but yeah, I'm feeling like going into a good old romantasy, I think, and yeah, I think Shield of Sparrows is the way to go. So I think I'll just message Brittany and say I think I'm going to start Shield of Sparrows today, but when you do get around to it, you can let me know your thoughts and things like that, because I'm desperate to read it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much my day for today. So I will come back and check in with you all when I've got another update for you. Hello my loves, it is a lot later now. It is just about 3 p.m. and I do have a reading update for you. I did manage to finish just now The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig, which was my August book club buddy read. I did enjoy this. It was very open-ended at the end, which I was a bit like, I don't really love open-ended stories. But definitely the second half was better than the first half, I felt. It was like when we got into the house with all the creepy stuff, there was a bit of a exorcism moment with one of the guys, which was a little bit creepy. But overall, I liked the atmosphere. The characters were okay, not really that memorable, but I liked the atmosphere and all the creepy stuff in the house. And I did like it was kind of like 80s vibes, like Stranger Things kind of vibes. So if you like Stranger Things, you might maybe enjoy this. But overall, 3.5 stars. It was okay. It was fine. So now, I think what I'm going to pick up next, I kind of feel, I did want to go straight into Shield of Sparrows, but I think I might do that later this evening. And I think I might just go ahead and pick up Photo Finish by Elsa Silver. I think that's what I'm going to do. You're actually sitting on my paperback, which of it. But I think I'm just going to read my Lilac Library edition, the hardback version, just because the text is a little bit bigger, and I just fancy reading a book with bigger text. So I think that might be my plan. And actually, while I've got you guys here, I will show you my brand new bookcase and what it's currently looking like. So I will do that right now for you guys. Okay guys, so here is my brand new bookcase. I am obsessed with it. Like, I'll do like a panning up. There we go, and it's absolutely stunning. So I will show you shelf by shelf what this looks like. So on my top shelf here, I've just mainly got paperbacks here, mainly romance, a couple of horrors and things. So I've got my Abby Jimenez paperbacks, I've got Carly Fortune, my Gold Rush Ranch paperbacks. The feature on this shelf is my Illumicrate Off Campus series by Elle Kennedy, and I've got them sprayed edged facing out, which I think looks really, really cool. I've got my Mina and the Undead series here. I've got Nightshade by Autumn Woods, my Brooke Montgomery indie paperbacks up here, which I actually do need to carry on with that series, and When the Wolf Comes Home by Nick Casty, would highly recommend that book. Then on the middle shelf here, I have got my cowboy romance, small town romance shelf kind of theme going on here. So here I have got my Paisley Hope series, the Silver Pine series. I've made a little gap for when Free in the Wild and the new book, when that comes out, that's coming out this year. And then I have got my paperback Chestnut Springs, which I don't want to part with. I want to keep them for doing rereads. And my main feature on this shelf is my Chestnut Springs Fairy Loot editions, which I absolutely love, and I've got them sprayed edge facing out. They all look absolutely gorgeous. Obsessed. And then I've got my Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver, and again I've made a little gap for when Wildcard comes out later on this year. And then I have got a recent addition to my shelf is the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lila Sage, which I highly recommend. I have got Done and Dusted, which the lovely Harriet gifted to me, and the rest of the series was gifted to me by the lovely Lorraine for my birthday, which thank you so much, guys. And I've also got up on that top shelf here Not Safe for Work by Nisha J. Tooley, which the lovely Bonnie gifted to me for my birthday, so thank you so much, Bonnie. And then on this middle shelf here, it's going to be mainly the Legends of Desmar series and Iron and Embers, which lovely Kim gifted to me for my birthday. In the middle here, I've actually ordered as kind of a birthday present to myself very, very pretty fancy editions of the ACOTAR series, which is my most favourite series of all time, so that's going to take pride of place in the centre. I've currently got my OG Poppy War hardbacks, and I'm hoping to get the new Illumicrate editions. I'm hoping to actually get another shelf on the other side of my room, so I hope I'll be able to put them there. I've got my Yellow Face edition here, and then I've got my Lilac Library editions here for the Golden Strand series, which I will be reading the books for. They're very, very pretty. And then on this bottom shelf here, let me put you down a little bit. There we go, and I'll zoom in a little bit more. So, just so you can get used to this camera. There we go. There we go, and I'll zoom in again. So here I have got mainly sprayed edged editions, Fairy Loot editions here. I've got my Davabad set. I have got a couple of Fairy Loot books, which are some of my favourite editions. I've got my Heavenly Bodies, The Teller's Small Fortunes, A Fatington Blood Writing Centre, which is one of my favourite Fairy Loot editions. I've got my Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows Fairy Loots, Dance of Lies, which is a recent edition, which I absolutely loved. And then a couple of hardbacks here. The lovely Lindsay gifted me Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen and Atmosphere, which I'm so excited about, and Kim also gifted me We Used to Live Here, and then my indie paperback of Direbound, which I am so excited to read. I'm planning to read that for when I go to Edinburgh next year for Barb's bookish retreat, which I'm really, really excited for next year. And then down here I have my Bridgerton set, kind of front and centre here, the Illumicrate Bridgerton set, which I absolutely love. I've got my Fairy Loot Ashley Poston books and my BK Bodison books, which I've got First Time Caller and the Love Light Farm series, all sprayed edge facing out, which is so pretty. And then over here I've got, I can't remember what the series is called, but I've got the Witch's Guide to Fate, Dating the Demon Fairy Loot editions series. It's so pretty. And then I've got some American paperbacks of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and The Magical Innkeeping. And then I've recently got Rewitched by Lucy Jane with the American edition of that. I'm going to get a matching edition for Uncharmed, which is coming out this year. And then on the bottom row here, I have got mainly Fairy Loot edition sprayed edges. There is a gap in here because I did have Shields of Sparrows in there, so that's missing at the moment. So I've got Raven Scholar, I have Rose Bargain in the centre, which I think is so pretty, Blood of Hercules, The Devils, the new edition for Quicksilver. And yeah, it just all matches perfectly. And yeah, I'm just really, really, really happy with this. And I'm just so happy to have a full-on bookcase in my library. And I love in the centre here, I got this for my birthday from my sister, which is a Beauty and the Beast notebook, which I actually don't want to write in because it's just too pretty. And it's the stained glass of the Belle and the Beast in the film, and it just looks so pretty, and now I'm obsessed with it. So I thought that would look quite cool sitting at the back here. So yeah, I'm really, really, really happy with it. So I we're in the middle of doing another sprint, so Steph's been sprinting most of the day. I think she's going to go pretty much the rest of the day. And yeah, so I think I'm going to make a start on a photo finish, I think. Something nice and short, just to at least say that I've completed more than one book this weekend. And then I think I might just go straight into Sheila Sparrows this evening and see how far I get into it. But yeah, it's definitely been a really chill day. I was watching a film earlier with my sister, just really chilled. And yeah, I'll come back in when I've got another update for you. Hello lovelies, it is a lot later now. It is just gone 9 p.m. and I am going to wrap up this video. I am still watching Steph's sprints and I did finish in one sitting a photo finish by Elsie Silver. And I really enjoyed it. This was so good. I definitely loved it a lot more than Off to the Races. I definitely preferred this one. It was so good. We had Cole and Violet's story in here, and it was just so sweet. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I think I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. It wasn't quite a 5-star, but I really enjoyed it. And the representation here was amazing. So Cole is an ex-army veteran, and he is dealing with a lot of stuff, PTSD, and he's also got a prosthetic leg, which I wasn't expecting. So we do have disability rep in here, and that features quite heavily in the story. And in the author's note, Elsie Silver has actually made the effort to talk to people that have experienced PTSD and are also living with a prosthetic limb, which is amazing. The fact that she has gone out of her way to do the research and actually meet and speak to people. So she's thanked 2 people in her author's note. And I really liked the fact that we had Violet and Cole, and they were messaging on like a message chat thing, and neither of them knew who the other one was initially. And I really liked that. And then when they obviously met for the first time in real life, Cole was very, very grumpy, and Violet is, she is one of the riders, horse racer, so she's very experienced in what she does, and she's very driven with that, and when she's with Cole, she can definitely be herself, but the PTSD rep and the prosthetic limb rep in here was done very, very well, and I just loved the romance. It was a lot more spicier in this one, which I really liked, because Elsie Silver's very good at doing spice, because I know from Chestnut Springs it's one of our things that she does really well, but this was such a good time, and I really, really enjoyed it. Like, we've got a little quote on the back of my edition here, and it says, "She's like sunshine on my face, warm and bright. I feel like I've been living in shade in a dark corner, and rather than dragging me kicking and screaming out of it, like so many people have tried to, she shifted over a little bit to share her light." So I'm just like, Cole and Violet were just so precious, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I did get through 2 books this weekend. So Staircase in the Woods, which I gave 3.5 stars. It wasn't like it was fine. It was good. Like, I liked the atmosphere of it. Definitely the second half was better than the first half, but I still had a good time nonetheless, and I finished in one sitting a photo finish, which I'm really happy about. So I might maybe go straight into, what is the next one called? The Front Runner. So I might maybe pick that up fairly soon, or I might save that for September maybe. I'm already starting to think of September reading plans, which is really exciting. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up with this vlog. Steph's still sprinting, and I'll be heading off to bed soon because I have got work tomorrow. But yeah, I will check in with you in my next video. If you enjoyed it, give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys all in my next video very, very soon. Bye!